Hey guys, what's going on? It's Flip. Today I'm reviewing Vengeance Trails by Arrow Video, one of my most anticipated releases of the year. And I got it early. I got like 20-ish days early. So I spent the last 2 days devouring every single piece of content in this set. And I have to say, this is one of my favorite box sets that Arrow has ever put out. As a fan of spaghetti westerns, I adored this set. Now, if you're not a fan of spaghetti westerns, I would say not pick this up. And if you are curious, this is a decent starting point. The 4 films, all of them center around getting revenge. They are all very, very different. Each director has his own like flair, and we'll get into that a little bit. So the 4 films included, which I want to put the box set right here and show you the actual films. All of these do have reversible art, typical for Arrow releases, but we get My Name is Pecos, and God Said to Cain, Bandidos, which is my favorite cover right there, and Massacre Time. Now, each movie has its own disc. That seemed to have been a problem with some people regarding the Years of Lead set, but that really just boiled down to the Years of Lead not having that many special features. Each movie is loaded with special features and very, very good information. As someone who isn't a big Lucio Fulci fan because he's mostly known for his horror movies and I'm not a big horror guy, it was nice to see the documentary about him. Not really a documentary, but an opening kind of explaining where Lucio Fulci was at in his career. And he had just come off doing nothing but comedies. This was his first non-comedy, Massacre Time, and this was before he started doing horror movies. So, and you see a lot of what later would become his shtick. It's a very sadistic film. It's very gory. It's very violent, and it's a damn good time. And it's my favorite Lucio Fulci film. But again, that's not really saying much. Each film has a commentary. My favorite commentary happens to be the one on Bandidos, which was done by Kat Allinger. Let me see if that's correct. Yes, Kat Allinger. She rambles, but like in a good way. And this is a perfect example of why I love Arrow's. I love the people Arrow chooses to do their commentaries, because when I listen to a commentary, I want to have fun, and I find that a lot of commentaries on other boutiques are too self-serious. You know, I want to listen to somebody who knows what they're talking about and knows the history of the film, the people in the film, you know, the people behind the film. But I also want them to have fun. And all these commentaries are people who are very serious about the movie, but are also having a good time watching it, talking about their favorite scenes. And Kat does a really good job on here. So the director of Bandidos, which was Massimo Dallamano. I'm Sicilian, I should know how to pronounce these damn WAP names. He was working as the cinematographer for Sergio Leone, and this was his debut. This was his first movie, and it's incredible. The opening 15 minutes are amazing. There's a really cool gunfight on a train, and the shot panning around with all the dead people is very haunting. And speaking of haunting, and God Said They Came, my favorite film in the set. It's really weird seeing Klaus Kinski in the hero role, because he plays the hero in this. But man, it is such a haunting film. It's biblical, it's haunting, it's very gothic, but it's so engrossing. And when I was watching it, I was just blown away by what I was seeing. And then my least favorite film in the entire set, My Name is Pecos. Still though, a fun movie, a really solid spaghetti western. It's about a Mexican guy killing a bunch of racist white people, which is awesome. But I also enjoyed this movie, but out of the other 3, it was the lesser of the bunch. But that's not taking away from it, because it is a good film. Now, the book that comes with the set is also really damn good. I really like how they're moving into the high glossy art. I love that damn artwork again. But yeah, very high glossy artwork. The essay at the beginning is titled Vengeance Trails, Revenge Spaghetti Western Style by Howard Hughes. He goes into great depth on the history of vengeance in the genre of spaghetti westerns, but then he also does an essay for each individual film, which I was reading in between watching, because it warns you, it says, hey, will contain spoilers. And me not seeing some of these films, I wanted to hold off on those. So I read the initial essay, was really engrossed. I was reading it while my daughter was watching TV and my wife was reading a book on Tuesday. And then as I was watching the films, I was opening the book back up and reading the essays. Great book, really, really chock full of information. Little funny, like my other special feature would probably be the interview with George Hilton and Franco Nero for Massacre Time. Sadly, George Hilton has passed away, so you could tell that the interview was done a little bit ago. But the one with Frank Nero is shot in like the most high definition camera ever. But they're talking about each other. And Franco Nero, I think, just out of respect for George Hilton being gone, was saying, "Oh, we were good friends. Really sad that he's gone. I miss him. You know, he was always a gentleman." And then you cut to George Hilton, and George Hilton's like, "Yeah, me and Nero weren't really friends. We got along, but we weren't really friends." So I thought that was kind of funny. But yeah, man, this is seriously one of the best box sets. It does come with a poster. It's got the art for Massacre Time on one side and then Banditos on the other. But Arrow, man, can you guys do something not good for once so my wallet can take a break? And I know some of you are going to comment, Arrow's had disc problems. They're replacing the discs, guys. But there's no issues with the set. As for mine and the player that I played it in, there was absolutely no problems, no audio issues, no video issues. The set worked from start to finish. I watched every special feature. I watched the movies twice because I listened to the commentaries. Highly, highly recommend the set. Cannot recommend this enough. Between this and Years of Lead, I would choose this 100% over Years of Lead. This is just a much better box set. Now, Daimajin's coming out at the end of the month, and I am a Japanese film fanatic, and I love the Daimajin series because it's basically samurai movies paired with a kaiju film, so I'm really excited about that. But if you guys are getting this, let me know in the comments down below. Like I said, I cannot recommend this enough. This is an amazing set. The only downside I could say is that the side is very plain and then the back is plain, but wish we would have gotten a poster with that artwork. It's so damn beautiful. But anyways, guys, I'm Flip. Expect more Blu-ray content and DVD content soon, and I'll see you guys next time.